The woman had just fired a man for being lazy during work hours. Little did she know, just 3 seconds later, her assistant rushed in with a report. The previously smooth-running operation suddenly experienced a robotic arm malfunction, and the person responsible for resolving this issue was the very man she had just fired. The other employees in the company exchanged glances. All were at a loss as to what to do. Then, customer complaints began flooding in like a storm. At this moment, the woman finally realized that the person she had just fired was not only the company's backbone, but also her boyfriend of 10 years. That day the company was planning to lay off employees. Everyone thought the man would never be on the layoff list, but no one expected that he would actually receive the layoff notice. At that moment, a colleague told the man the news that the woman was about to get engaged. The man, in disbelief, watched as the colleague pulled out an engagement invitation, his heart filled with confusion and pain. So the man decided to confront the woman. He grabbed her hand and expressed his inner doubts, but the woman, indifferent, coldly told him that he was just an ordinary employee by her side, and she was about to marry a man worth trillions. At that moment, the man's heart shattered. In his fury, he loudly declared that he had built the company from the ground up. The woman had promised him that she would marry him once the company went public, but the woman just sneered and said he was nothing but her pet. Without hesitation, she pushed him down. At this point, the man's emotions completely broke down. His old illness relapsed, and he collapsed, dying on the spot. But it seemed heaven gave him a second chance. After being reborn, the man was determined not to be submissive to the woman anymore. He directly proposed his own conditions. Seeing the man's change, the woman tried to use a cute act to attract him again, but the man rejected her. Yet the woman decided to be blunt and propose a breakup. She thought the man would beg her to stay, but unexpectedly, the man simply grabbed the contract and threw it aside with force. Then he turned and walked away without looking back. After leaving the company, he glanced back at the love and career of over 10 years, now turned to dust, but the woman still believed it was just a game he was playing. Little did she know, the man had completely left her. To avoid repeating the same mistake, the man decided to start his own business. Meanwhile, the woman, facing a major issue with the project director's technical problem, brought tremendous pressure to the company. Originally, the company's partners also refused to cooperate. Coincidentally, the young lady passing by overheard the news. She then found the man, inviting him to participate in a competition, and said that the previous partners were willing to invest in him. However, the company once again reached out to the man. Without hesitation, he refused, but as soon as he hung up the phone, he discovered that there was now another woman in his home.